everyone, and welcome to Tact and Diplomacy. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, thank you very much, Durza Black, who has donated 300 bits to give the first advantage for free. There's an advantage sitting in the pool. First one's free. Thank you also Bowman, who subscribes, saying this is going to be a big episode. And 5th month subscription in a row. You have an advantage to give to a player of your choice. Also, thank you very much, Amber Agawayan, for the £42 donation. Advantages for Cashel. I make that like 14 advantages for Rene or something crazy. I'll start adding those as we go. But before we go round, let's talk about things. First of all, social links. If you're here for the first time, go and check out our Discord. Go and check out our Twitter. Go and check out our YouTube where you can catch up. It's been real. It's been a show. It's been real. Go and check it all out. Also, check out our sponsors, Hero Forge. Big release tomorrow. Official announcement of their color Kickstarter printable minis. It's going to be huge. There's going to be stuff here on the Scratticus Academy as well. We're going to be showing some of their adverts and stuff, so watch out for that. Also, check out Mage Hand Press, who created the Dark Matter expansion for 5e, now available in hardback at a store near you, hopefully. If not, online stores are near you, right? And you can, if you do go on the online store, you can download it with a 15% discount using my special code at MHPScrap. Also, check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many, well, I have a copy. Kayla has a copy. It's a deck that does this. Animated cards. And the spell cards do just exactly the same, with cantrips all the way through to level 9. Also check out the Humblewood expansion for 5e. Fantastic stuff over there. Let's go round, then we'll talk about the new Twitch feature. So, let's go to Kayla first. Kayla's got gems. Let's do it. Hey, Kayla, how you doing?
Oh, hello. My music got real intense. Hi, my name is That Kayla Person. I'm here in a panda onesie. It's a good Monday, guys. I play Reese, who has been compared to a bear and now has embodied the bear. Yeah, if you want to see more of me, I will be here on the same channel on Wednesday at 6 p.m. with Isle of Blythesmouth, where whispers happen there too, in mass. So that's fun. Yeah, that's all I got. Yay. I'm ready for tonight.
So you see, everyone, if you offer Kayla the opportunity to come in a onesie, she can't help but pander to your request.
This is true. This is very true. Despite the terrible pun, it is true.
However, I'm not quite sure why you came as a panda. You could say I'm bamboozled. Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Scrat. Hi, I'm Kelly. Kelly. A Kelly Lane on Twitter. A Kelly in chat. I'm here right now. I'm here again on Thursdays, playing in the Underground, a Pope Cthulhu campaign. I'm around on the internet. I do stuff on DM's Guild sometimes, and that just keeps happening. I don't know why, but I just keep saying yes to things. I play Eris, and I'm wearing a Minnie Mouse hoodie. There's ears and everything. You just can't see them because of the dark. Anyway, that's me. That's all I got.
It's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Saying no is hard, says chat. It's true. Next around, we have Renee at RadianR. Oh, hi, Renee.
Who's Renee?
Sorry, Cashel. I forgot.
Thanks. I'm back. I'm here, and I'm played by Renee Rhodes, and I know who Renee is. It was a joke. Renee is online at RadianR on Twitter, and also at her website, radian.com, but here she is me, and yeah, she does podcasts. This is the only stream she does right now. And life is weird, so right now she's also doing freelance writing and maybe sketching and maybe a bunch of other odds and ends. We're gonna see how life goes. Also lots of selfies and sushi. So Thanks for being here. Thank you for your support.
Next
That's it.
around, I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, Ghost Me Please donating so that everyone can draw from the deck of many.
Oh no.
Again?
Again, we'll do that in a minute. We haven't even got through 2 of the cards yet, but we will do.
Oh boy.
Next round, we have Mackenzie. We'll draw the cards when we get in.
Oh, hi, I'm Mackenzie Lane Day on Twitter. You can call me Mac. I have a fluffy hoodie. I'm on this stream every Monday night. I write and do a bunch of stuff in the TTRPG space, but like most of the stuff I'm working on hasn't been announced yet. So I'm just sitting here vibrating anxiously every single week. It's fine. You can see my ears shake when I do it. Anyways, yeah. That's it. That's all I got, man. I play Kaiden. He's a mess. But when is he not? So
Are so adorable. I like want to squeeze you. I don't know. Your ears. Stop. My heart can't take it.
What a wonderful segue onto D&D and Paige.
Hi everyone. I'm Paige. I am less adorable than Mac in her onesie right now, but I want that onesie. I want to be matching. One day I'll be so cool. But you can find me here on Mondays as of now. And you can find me on Onyx Path for a Aberrant game, kind of like a demo game. It's very interesting, very fun. And then where else? Yeah, other things, products I can't talk about yet. High five, Mac. Woo!
Wonderful.
nothing has been announced yet. Ah!
Things we can't talk about. So much fun. Okay, so other things we need to talk about before we go live. First of all, this is a system where we do traverse the dark waters, and as such, we have some content warnings and sanity warnings for you guys to have a look at. There's the content warning. You can expect to see all of these things in today's game, so do give it a quick flick over and make sure there's nothing there that might be upsetting to you. Also, this system features its own version of a sanity system, strongly inspired by psychopathology, but not intended to be real, okay? Even though it can seem so at times. Also, we have a new Twitch feature to integrate into our donations today. So Twitch have released a new thing called the Hype Train, where if free donations of 300 bits or more, or free tier 1 subs get donated within 5 minutes by 3 different users, no one person can start a Hype Train, it's got to be 3 different users, we can start a Hype Train. Now, regular donations don't go towards that, otherwise we would already be on a Hype Train and we'd be literally train wrecking this into explaining what's going to happen. What happens is, if we hit level 1, everybody gets 2 advantages. If we hit a level 2 Hype Train, I get 10 disadvantages. If we hit a level... Sorry, I just read Amber Gawain's, if you underestimate my power to create dummy accounts. Okay, yeah, I can't combat that. If we hit level 3, everyone gets 2 automatic successes. And if we hit level 4, everybody draws from the deck of many. If we hit level 5, the highest level of Hype Train, all of these things happen. All of them. Okay, so, I've got a feeling if any stream's going to do it, it's going to be this one. We've already had a few Hype Trains, and it's been hype, literally. Get the Hype Train command up so you can see it all there in the flesh. Okay. As for my lovely players, thank you, Sphinx, for the 300-bit donation. Until the Hype Train starts, when the Hype Train starts, we will not designate where our bits go anymore. But until the Hype Train starts, you can designate with bits where the hype goes. Amber, oh my god, the Hype Train started. Okay, Amber Gawain has started the Hype Train with a 100-bit donation. Sphinx, you can let us know who's going to get an advantage with your 300 bits. And Anonymous, you can also give us let us know who's going to get an advantage from your sub. We're already at 45% of level 1. Thank you very much, everyone. Kayla, tell me when to stop. Bowman, thank you very much. 60%.
Stop.
Eris.
I don't know what that means.
Thank you very much, Ghost and Lord Durek and Sphinx for all the bits. We've completed level 1. Level 1 is complete. Oh my god. Amber Egwene dropping 5,000 bits on us. God
What
knows
is
what
happening?
level we're at now. Kelly, tell me when to stop. Well, there goes level 3.
Honk, panic honk, to quote Madame Gandalf.
I don't know
stop?
what's happening.
I don't know if
You
anybody
stopped.
here-
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I have read your
Okay.
card. You have a card. Casual, when do you want me to stop?
Now.
Fuck.
Oh joy.
We've completed level 3. We are now at a level 4 hype train. Level 3, everyone gets 2 auto successes. That's where we're at the minute. Mackenzie, where do you want to stop?
Well, oh, sorry. I'm just watching the chat and I'm getting so
It's
distracted.
going crazy.
Just do that
You're
now.
amazing.
Stop
Oh my-
now.
You're trash
Pull
and you're
now.
amazing.
I'm removing the
Scratch.
cards once they're drawn, so no one has the same cards. Paige. Kelly, thank you for the sub. Did you say stop already? I totally didn't hear you. I just kept on shuffling. Say stop again.
Stop. What the heck is going on in chat right now? Y'all are
Oh
wild.
my god, it's going crazy.
Okay. Okay. We're 4% from completing level 4?
Well, I don't know how much it is, but another 4%
No, wait, no,
and
we
everyone
need to
draws from the
complete
deck
level
of many.
4, then we all draw again, right?
Yeah, we all draw again. And I'll even make a note.
I think we
so-
just cleared level 4.
There it is.
There it
Thank
is.
you, Boom.
Sphinx saying he warned me. I didn't believe, okay? I didn't believe. Level 4. Everyone's going to be drawing from the deck of many. If
Regardless
we stop
of-
there.
Oh, good.
No, even if we hit level 5, we're all gonna have to draw again because 5 is everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool, great. Great.
I'm actually gonna
great.
write
This is
these-
fun. I like this train. Everyone
It's-
aboard this train. Thanks, Kelly.
What? What did I do?
I just
hoodie.
appreciate you.
See?
That's all.
Do the bits on the bit train compare to normal incentives? No, that would be crazy. Can you imagine me trying to figure out how many
Track.
bits?
So if the level 5 hype train is completed, then everything from all the previous hype trains comes crashing down. So right now we're at a level where all of us are going to draw from the deck of many again. If the level 5 train clears, then we get two auto successes, 2 advantages each. Scrat also gets 10 disadvantages on top of us drawing from the deck of many things.
Yes. That is exactly
So
right.
much.
You know what the crazy thing is? There's a 2-hour cooldown by default on the train. We can't have this happen twice. Not in one stream. That would be crazy hype. There is no
I don't
level
think
6.
there is
buddy.
level 6.
There is no level 6. It tops out.
I mean,
don't know what just happened in the past 5 minutes.
I can
Hype.
up
Hype
the,
happened.
So
Oh,
much
wait.
hype. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Mom, can you come pick me up? I'm scared.
We haven't even. This is why Scott doesn't bother planning for our episodes because, like, it's officially already thrown out the window.
I
Because
planned
now-
so much.
And now
I
it's all gone because we have so many decks of many to draw
wrote a
from.
whole page.
Wow.
A whole page. That's a lot for him.
I once wrote a
Hype
5-year campaign on one page. Lord Direct, thank you for gifting a sub and another. My goodness.
Scratch just losing it.
Okay, so we're going to need to draw from the deck of many again either way, aren't we? So why don't we just do that now before we get started?
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! What just happened?
A lot of subs fell from the sky.
That is the second level 5 hype train we have had since this new incentive. We have hit 237% of a level 5 hype train. How is that even possible? Y'all are crazy. And I freaking love the shit out of you. Fuck.
What? There's the cat for you. Look at him.
I'm just gonna.
Hey, Paige, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Ooh.
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 I only want the most bland of noises when you pull mine, alright?
Mackenzie, say when.
Now. Yeah, seems par for the course.
Casual.
Now.
Ah.
Ah.
Those two things combined. Hey, Kelly, say when to say stop.
Stop. Please.
And Kayla. Oh my god, a card just drew itself. When that happens in tarot, you have to play it, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't even know what it is. I am a happy panda. Not a concerned, scared panda, but a happy panda.
I've literally had to resort to writing down what cards you have just to remember them all now. That's where we're at. The deck of many, by the way, that we are using is from the deck of many. Check them out, they're cool. I'll tell you 3 of the cards that were drawn during that thing. Everyone, you've just been reimbursed your level 5 hype train emotes. You should get something. I've got a unicorn head. One of the things that was drawn was the knight. I'll show you. Otherwise, it doesn't. You can't really tell if it's good or bad when I just say that, can you?
No, I'm pretty sure that one's good.
That summons an ally.
Yep. Pretty sure. Let me pull out my booklet that comes with the deck of many. That tells you what all the cards are.
One of them is the knight. Okay.
Oh, there's cards in my booklet.
I'm not going to be using the official booklet because it just wouldn't make sense with Esther.
No, yeah. Yeah, you gain the service of a fighter
I mean,
who appears in a space you choose.
we also did. I mean, the void happened last time, so I mean.
One of the cards that was drawn, the Avatar of Death.
Fun.
But by whom?
I wonder.
And I will tell you that none of you drew the star.
That's the good one, right?
That's a really good one. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into this, everyone. I would like to go into whispers with Cashel.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Cashel.
Hey.
So
Long time no here.
long time no here, indeed. Thank you for returning after the Christmas break. It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
Before the Christmas break, we redacted that last scene with Kaiden and Cashel.
I was here for the beginning of a...
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just more a refresher for chat than anything else, to remember where Cashel is. That evening, as you studied the creature, Baby Paddy, you called it, right?
It was Patty Jr.
Paddy Jr., yeah.
Yeah.
The moon is shining. through the window onto the bucket. We told everyone that you were ill when they all went out. Was that true, or did you want to stay in and study?
Yeah, no, it was a lie. I mean, I never feel good, so.
I mean, it wasn't 100% a lie. It was just a little bit of a lie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's true, but it wasn't the reason.
So, when everyone's gone and it's clear, the creature looks hungry again.
I still have a dagger,
You do.
so I'll give it a little bit of Turgak.
When you give it the little bit of Turgak, it swells for a moment and then continues to look hungry. For the first time, you hear a sound from the creature. Almost like a child's noise. Like a whimper or a cry. Not at the same decibels as a child, but sounds like it's yearning for food.
And I can't give it more. There's, like, I used it all.
If you still have some knife left, you can give it to it.
I'll try just a little bit more of Turgak, hesitantly, because then I would have to steal another weapon. Because I don't think that my friends particularly approve of me feeding it our weapons.
When you feed it some more, it swells again. And it starts to wrap the, like, tendrils of gun around itself. The effect it creates could be comparable to a cocoon.
I get out my journal. And also, just, like, keep this precious child safe.
Yeah, it makes that sound again.
I start talking out loud to it. I hear that's very good for development. So I say things like, I'm still not really sure what you are. I think we're working on that. We're getting to know each other better. And it's hard. That's a hard experience. There are a lot of obstacles to getting to know people. A lot of times you get hurt and you have to heal. But it's not about getting hurt. It's about healing and overcoming. That's how you do it. That's what everyone's always told me. And every book has the same pattern. You grow, you overcome, and I think you're growing. I think you're overcoming. I think we've all overcome too a little bit. Reese is maybe still undecided, but I think that we've all overcome a lot, and I do still want to know. I just really want to know.
Cashel, this seems like the ideal time to ask. You could have one wish. Right now. What would it be?
How big are we talking here? Like,
How big are your dreams?
Cashel wants knowledge. To understand the things that no one has understood before. Things that go beyond the fathoming of the imagination. Cashel wants to be the one who dared to dream, and because they dreamed, discovered.
See what we can do.
Beautiful.
It's the next day. Or maybe later that evening, because they had a whole day out there. Later on, there is a noise from the bucket.
I'm literally sitting nearby and scribbling in my journal. I've already drawn it like 5 different times, like from different angles. Like I've just like rotated myself around the bucket. Like, okay, now I draw it from here. And then now I draw it from here. And then now I go all the way around to the other side and I draw it from here.
It groans again. The cocoon has grown. Just like you wished yesterday. It's now creaking against the sides of the bucket. It no longer attacks when touched.
Okay, good, because I was going to say Cashel definitely touches it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to... Yeah, it doesn't seem to react. It feels warm. And when you touch it, you are... It sends you a message somehow. You don't know how you understand, but it wants food. And not necessarily just Chugak. Any food. It needs energy.
Okay. Cashel definitely keeps a hand on the cocoon because I have also read that that kind of physical connection is very good for bonding. And I pick up the bucket and I walk out of the inn.
Fantastic. Where do you go?
So there are a couple of things that I know. And energy is found in a great many places. Flux is found in a great many places. And so I do take it like not I take it to outside of the town, outside of Rice, like where the bridge is. And like camp out on the edge, not too far out from the city, but like far enough to be not just surrounded by city. And I pull out a lot of the flux that I have stored in my coat. And I start kind of experimenting with feeding it flux and measuring its reactions to see if that's a sustainable energy for it. And if so, which varieties are best.
Okay. What fluxes do you have on you? Red and green, right?
Yeah, Cashel would have red and green by this point.
It seems to enjoy both. Lots of more feelings. I totally did forget to update.
Like, I'm getting more feelings of it, like it still wants more.
There wants more. It's now growing to the size of a small child.
Okay. Does it fit in the bucket anymore?
It doesn't fit in the bucket anymore.
I ditch the bucket, I carry the child. Yeah. No, this is the narrative that the world wants to see right now, a la Mandalorian and what's the other one? The Witcher.
Sure.
That's the same, right? Geralt just adopts a bard child.
I haven't
Anyway.
watched it yet, honestly.
I have no idea. I haven't either. Yeah, so I take my child and I start walking down the bridge, because the last time I walked down this bridge, I had a very odd vision of presumably a elemental type being, and like, regardless, I'm gonna have to get out of the city to get more flux. Like, the other option is like mooching off of electricity in the city. Like, and that is not something Cashel is unwilling to do. But needs to kind of replenish their supply of flux anyway, and so is kind of like working towards something more natural that they could potentially extract flux from and then feed to.
On the road, as you are leaving the city, the creature does absorb how much flux do you have on you exactly?
I don't know. So green is much easier to obtain, so likely more of that. The red flux that I have on me is entirely from the bodies that I discovered before I met the party in the town, and also if I got any because I obtained the black flux entirely from the other bodies.
You did?
Yeah. So just the red flux from the town before, which was 3 people. So
I mean, it's pretty late by this point. It's late evening. Sun's probably gone down. When you give it red flux, the cocoon, can you really call it metal anymore? The shell glows a fleshy color. When you feed it green flux, it glows a bark skin sort of color. And if you feed it more of each, it gets more of that kind of color.
So like it retains it? It doesn't just like...
It absorbs it and like glows like it and then reduces, but the more you feed it, the more it retains.
Okay, I turn around and go back to the city. I want to feed it electricity now.
As you turn around, you see 2 bodies on the side of the road.
Were they there before?
They've sort of been shuffled to the side so you can't see it easily from the guard's position by the gate. But looking towards the city, you can see them easily. One wears a red suit with white collar and cuffs. And one wears a green suit.
Are they dead?
They are dead.
Oh, bummer. Well, first of all, I want to know why. Is there an evident cause of death? Notebook is out. child is still tucked under one arm, so I have like my pencil in one hand and my notebook in the other, and like cradling and like trying to like write down at the same time, and also still make sure that the child does not fall.
It looks as though they have been killed by small stab wound. One to the back of the head and one in the heart. You can surmise that they were surprised, perhaps greeted by someone friendly. There's no sign of a struggle, just death.
I look around to make sure no one's gonna stab me.
There are cart tracks that lead to the city. It looks like there was a cart here recently that has left.
Fresh tracks.
Fresh enough, it's not snowed since you arrived.
I definitely do the thing where I like... Yeah, okay.
Perhaps mahogany. Dunno.
Mahogany. You're such an interesting voice. And so definitely, well, I've got time, and my child likes flux, so I can extract some red flux from these bodies as well.
Can.
I keep talking to the child while I do it. Like, I'm gonna make sure you're taken care of. I would like you to take care of me too. That's typically how relationships work. Again, so I'm told. It's like a team effort kind of thing. I really care about you, but I think you knew that. I just felt like it had to be said. I don't care about anything. Or anybody. And yeah, probably some of it's like the mystery, the thrill of a challenge, etc. But just...
You hear from the cocoon. I understand you.
I want to understand you.
You can harvest the flux from these bodies. You're well practiced at it by now. Are you going to alert the authorities or anyone about that? I mean, it's a rough city.
No. After I...
I mean, it was a question I had to ask.
So now that you've, like, desiccated these bodies, do you want to tell the police?
It's weird, though. Normally, when you take red flux from the bodies, they sort of almost become preserved and dried out, right?
Yes.
These ones begin to rot. Almost immediately.
Oh.
As though the ground is leaking blackness into them.
Not like black flux or anything, though.
I mean, you'd have to create a second procedure.
Yeah, sure.
Find you can begin to draw black flux out of them. These people do not look like they were attacked by a Fiondas. The cocoon says, I know. I understand. You get the impression it's going to be of great importance. You have drawn black flux from this body.
Yeah.
What would you like to do next?
I feed it to the child.
when you start to feed it to the cocoon, it cries out in revulsion. Pain and revulsion. The black flux in your hand gets hot.
Stop. I'm sorry. I thought maybe it would strengthen you. I'm so sorry.
Get the sense that it doesn't mind. That it holds no grudge.
I feed it some of the red flux that I got as like a as like a palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm. And it goes that fleshy color again. We had to drink that. It was the only way.
What does that mean?
And I think we will leave you there for just now, Cashel. We're going to go to everyone else, and we'll get you more of that knowledge that you desire so much very soon. Yeah, I'll have a quick word with chat. Things begin to unravel, chat. Already we are through 2 of our cards. Do you all want to know? There's nice things coming towards Paige. Hey, Kayla.
Hi.
Hey, Mac.
Hello.
So do you remember where we left off? In the infirmary, having a large argument?
Vaguely.
I didn't like that noise.
No one likes that noise.
Reese is still standing in front of the door, by the way, so that Kaiden can't leave. Arms crossed.
A quick question. How does healing work in this system?
You heal 1d10 for every rest? I believe you rolled a 2 last week, didn't you?
I rolled a 3. Excuse you.
three.
I have 1 more hit point than that. Oh man. Oh god. Kaiden is definitely swaying on his feet. He's trying real hard to not, but he's definitely doesn't look great. Just sort of grabbing whatever stuff they brought over in the infirmary and just sort of packing it.
Ignore any audible clues that may reveal that my room isn't as clean as it seems.
You can keep packing all you want. You're not leaving. Or at least you're
Why?
not leaving to where you think you're going to be going.
Reese, I don't know why you care.
Do we really need to go over this right now? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to end up the same way it did about 2 minutes ago.
Reese, I really don't have time for this, so just either get the fuck out of my way or just leave me alone.
See, I'm not picking either of those options. I'm staying right here.
Sorry, don't you have some important people to go talk to up in the fucking government or something?
Harris and Eleanor are taking care of it.
Well, aren't you supposed to be there? Mr. knows about the nature stuff.
I don't know where you got that idea.
You live in the forest, Reese. You were the one who got us here. I'm sorry, I think you
Yeah, but I'm not exactly the most sociable, and you should know that. Look, you said something
you were the
earlier.
One who counted. Fine.
You said something earlier. That you didn't want anybody else to die, right? Well, guess what? You're not the only one, okay?
Oh. Great, Reese. I'm really glad you have a heart.
That includes you, asshole. I already watched one person die, and I know it's my fault.
Yeah, be lucky.
I watched her drag her body out of that mine. It was my fault. I'm not going to let it happen again. All those people back there in that camp when we got attacked by the Fionas, right outside the gates of this city. That was our fault. I'm not letting it happen again. Especially if it's one that I can stop. You want to go out there and fight some asshole that nearly killed you last night? That's fine. But I'm at least going to get you prepared if you're going to do that. Now, are you still going to walk out? Or are you going to let me at least teach you how to handle a fucking blade for once?
Aiden's frozen up.
Aiden's bleeding. You've got up, your bandages have broken. Well, the wounds under the bandages, you can see them soaking with blood.
God damn it.
It's fine. I'm fine.
See, you keep saying that, but last night you were literally laughing your ass off while you were dying. That doesn't seem fine to me. And I would know.
When it happens enough times, it starts to get funny, eh?
I wouldn't know.
Good, it's not pleasant. Just get out of my way.
I'm not getting out of your way.
Let me do this.
Are you at least going to learn how to do it? Or are you just going to blindly throw yourself at it and die again?
Why do you care?
Because I just told you I'm not going to let another person die. The fact is, all right, we've watched a lot of people die thus far. I'm not going to watch you die too. And the whole person thing, you've been an asshole to me this entire time. You've nearly let me die on several occasions. That doesn't mean I don't see you as a person. I'm fucked up, but I'm not that fucked up. And I'm not going to let another person die and have that guilt on my conscience.
Why would you care? I don't get it. Why do you care?
All I've ever done is watch people around me die.
You're not the only one. All right? That doesn't...
But some of us just don't move on. Some of us still carry it with us, all right? Some of us still hold on to that shit and can't let go. And I'm not going to let go of this. I'm not going to let you go. Not until you at least can learn to defend yourself or do something about it. You're fucking bleeding.
Kind of happens when you get stabbed. Can you get another set of bandages? I really don't know where anything is in this place.
I'm gonna knock my knuckles back against the door Patrick, if you're still out there, we need more bandages.
I'm sorry, fella. Patty's gone away to go and do something at the government or something like that. But hi, I'm the infirmary healer. Well, you know, I dabble. I've known a little bit of mage and studied a little bit of vitality.
Hi, I'm bleeding. Can you not make it stop?
Well, I can't really make it stop. I can either pad it up or burn it off. Cauterize or so.
Reese, do you know which one's better? Eleanor isn't here, and I really have no clue what's going on.
Well, I mean, the sewing takes longer.
Cauterize is quick but painful.
Hella
And
painful.
smells disgusting.
Oh,
I don't know, it kind of smells sweet, which is the worst thing.
You've been doing this way too long.
Actually, I'm quite new to it. Apparently, I'm gonna be scarred by the time I'm 30.
Alright, fine. Burn my skin off then, or whatever. Quick and painful I can do.
I'm not just gonna do it like this, fella. You're gonna need to like lay down and be strapped down and possibly have your man sitting on you here.
Please don't sit on me. Whatever happens, just don't sit on me.
If I can hold you up over my head, I can hold you down too, so.
I just
On the
don't
bed.
want you to...
On the bed.
Don't sit on me.
No promises.
And I thought you cared. I'll go sit down.
I won't sit on him. But I will definitely be like, hand on both shoulders, pushing him down onto the bed.
Kaiden has literally no strength left in his body to resist. He's on 3 hit points.
So, Kaiden, can you make me 4 conviction rolls, please? You're aiming
Uh-huh.
to get higher than a 7.
Uh-huh. So, here's the funny thing. Conviction just so happens to be my lowest stat. So, how many advantages do I have?
4 conviction rolls, please.
I said, how many advantages do I have?
Oh, you've got tons.
Oh, okay. What card is that one?
That's very fitting. Flames.
Ah, okay, cool.
I went for a more literal translation of that one.
That's fair. So I'm rolling all of them with advantage, so this is gonna be 8 conviction rolls. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh.
6, 7, 8. I don't think any of them are good.
There was one
Negative
7 in
1,
there.
6,
got-
there's 1.
1 7. So this reduces you to 1 HP.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean... yeah.
It's
Ow.
painful.
Ow.
It's painful. It smells horrible as well. It smells kind of good in a bad way. Like sickly. Like... Sort of smells a bit like pork.
Cooking meat.
It's horrible, but it closes up your wounds. You feel 10 times weaker than you felt before. Like, at first, Reese, you're struggling to hold Kaiden down because that pain gives him new energy. By the end of it, he's kind of broken.
I thought I was supposed to make it better. God!
It's not bleeding anymore.
Fucking great! Fan-fucking-tastic! God.
Here you go, fella. And the, passes you some, roots and a cup. Drink that down, it'll help with the pain.
You couldn't have given that to him first?
It doesn't work so well on receiving pain. It's more for dealing with it afterwards. At least now it might actually, help.
Kaiden just wordlessly takes it and just downs it.
Can I have a quick word with you, fella? Big man.
Yeah, but we don't leave the door.
He doesn't leave your hearing, Kaiden. That's gonna help with the pain, alright. It's also gonna knock him out.
Alright, so he sleeps. Looks like I'm gonna be staying here for a while. Thanks, for what it's worth.
And, you're welcome. Thankless task sometimes. But Kaiden, you feel all of your energy completely drained as you fall asleep.
Wait, did I draw the point twice?
Okay, you got the
Did I
voice
draw
on.
the point twice? Wait, what the hell? Wait, what the hell? Did I draw that card twice?
Yes.
Add one to the counter! Yeah, there we go. Back down.
What the hell? What is my luck? What the hell? Out of all the freaking cards in the deck! Out of all the cards! I moved my soul twice!
That's one angry mouse.
Twice! Do I have a soul left to lose?
Anyway, fella, as Kaiden is falling asleep, Patty said you can be trusted, and that you know your way around directing men that you've served in the military and stuff. So what with most of our men being either away or, dead, he kind of put you in charge of the guards and stuff in the city for a little bit.
Excuse me?
Yeah, he just said to follow your orders if need be. He said, in emergency, follow Reese's orders. Those are his exact words.
Oh,
What card is that one?
The throne.
the throne.
I'm not salty, you're salty. Shut up.
Alright, okay. I don't really have any orders at the time being, but
Yeah,
I
no,
will-
he said to just keep things ticking over as normal unless there's some kind of crisis or something, but I don't think there's any fear of a crisis.
Yeah. Just better to be prepared than not. Right, I'm gonna stay with this one just in case he wakes up and bolts.
Oh, he'll come around in about 3 or 4 hours. But if you need anything, you only need to, summon one of us, and, if you need a guard or anything like that, let us know.
I will do.
Oh, in fact, I'll give you a whistle. If you run into any trouble in the city, blow the whistle, you'll get guards all over you. They'll follow your orders and everything.
That's good to know. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Mac. I'm so sorry. This is not right. This is not fair. I take the whistle and kind of turn it over for a minute before pocketing it. Thank you.
And as he leaves, may I have a quick whisper with Reese? Thank you, Kaiden.
Oh, no.
Enjoy your sleep. Reese.
Yes.
As he leaves, the gravitas of what he just told you hits you.
Welcome to the academy. Please take your seat.
Yeah.
Instinctive. Fantastic. What's your
My
what's your reason?
my reason score is
Just out of interest. No no,
a 3.
okay, so kind of average.
Yeah.
What's your conviction score?
2. Believe it or not, my lowest is combativeness, despite what you may believe.
What's your highest?
My highest is empathy.
Ah.
He feels everybody's pain very easily.
I'm afraid we're going to impact you with a little bit of sads.
I knew it was coming.
This new responsibility weighs on you. You suddenly feel kind of sensitive. From now on, you are more likely to become to switch from one emotion to another quickly.
Okay.
You might feel kind of emotionally agitated. Perhaps due to Kaiden, perhaps due to the
You mean the entire campaign thus far?
possibly.
But more.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense, if anything.
Put it down.
Oh god.
Should a crisis arise,
Mm-hmm.
you are likely to enter a nervous breakdown, which will possibly be defensive, violent if pushed, followed by a depressive phase. You okay?
Yeah. That's typical for Reese. Not surprised.
Put the old sanity one up again for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We will leave you to stand over Kaiden, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring
he's
back-
sitting against the door the whole time, just arms crossed, occasionally taking out the whistle and playing with it, but just staying there.
Then off you trot. We'll bring in Alienor and Eris. Oh, hi, friends. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
There we go. Well,
I'm all
well,
discombobulated.
well. You're a little discombobulated.
Yeah, I was just. Okay, ready.
Okay, good. We're gonna wind back a little bit. Last time they're going to last time is still true, that happened, but we're going to wind back a little bit to the night when you got back to the hotel room and then went off to the government's in the morning, right? I mean, I imagine it was only kind of like one of them nights where you grab a nap rather than a sleep, which I'm sure none of you are familiar with. Yeah, what? Who does that? When you get back, however, Cashel isn't there. If either of you pop your head in to check how they're doing, they aren't there.
I mean, I think Eris would have checked on them. Just to, like, make sure all the ducks were where they were supposed to be, you know? All the ducklings. In their room, is there anything out of place? Is the bucket gone?
The bucket is not there either.
That's unnerving at best. Is there anything else in the room out of place that might, like, suggest they didn't go of their own will?
Their notebook is not there. You can see a patch on the ground, a large sort of circle on the ground, around where the bucket was sitting that is cleaner than the rest of the floor, as though maybe something's been shuffling in circles around something.
Eleanor, I'm gonna pop downstairs and just ask the barkeep if they saw Cash leave.
Yeah, and Eleanor was probably not paying attention to literally any of that. She's got too much else on her mind. She's like, do you need any help or anything?
No, I'll just be a quick second. I mean, if they left and they just wanted to wander off, I'm not chasing after anyone else today. Or really this week. I think my chasing after people quota is full now. But, like, if somebody, like, conked them on the head, we should probably tell somebody about it.
Do you see any blood?
No.
All right, I think I'll just go back to the room then, and wait for you.
Okay, I'll be just a second. And Eris will just pop downstairs and ask if anybody saw Cashel leave.
The bartender is there. Ah, Ken, saw your friend. They left.
By themselves?
Aye, with that bucket.
Cool,
Didn't
thank you,
even
good
stop
man.
for a drink.
Not surprised. But
they headed back the way you came, like out towards the gate.
Good to know. Anything else seem off about them besides, them?
I don't... Like, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but they seemed excited.
Oh, no. All right, thank you for the info, good sir.
Aye, welcome.
I think Eris will just head back upstairs to Eleanor. And just report to Eleanor that, I mean, it looks like Cashel left on their own with the bucket out of town. And there's a lot about that makes me really nervous. But frankly, if they're gonna start experimenting with the now some semi-sentient boomstick, I'd rather they did it out of town.
And to be honest, we have that meeting in the morning, and it's gonna be a big one. You should probably get some rest.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you doing okay? I feel like that's the kind of thing I'm supposed to ask, right?
Yeah. You're supposed to ask it, I guess, but I really don't know. Do you really think Kaiden will be alright?
I think that we have done all we can to ensure that Kaiden is in one large chunk. And I think that's about as good as it's gonna get.
Do you think they'll listen to us in the morning?
No. My track record with getting people to listen to me lately seems to be not great, so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
I guess really the only way to tell is to wake up and go to it.
Yeah. I'm just worried about what happens when they don't listen to us.
I'd like to think it'd be their problem, but to be honest, I still think it'd be our problem.
I think it'd be everybody's problem. It's already been a couple of days. Whatever's gonna happen is going to happen soon. And we've got one person in pieces, one person carrying around a child that may or may not grow up to eat all of us.
Addie Jr.? Right?
Yeah.
Eris, do you think this could have all been avoided if I just hadn't touched the power? Do you think that would have all just disappeared?
No. I think with what they were doing, it was only a matter of time until something went boom. Maybe it happened a day or two quicker because you poked at it, but it was going to happen one way or another. We just happened to be in the crossfire.
Let me tell you, the thing was strong. It was real strong. I don't know if I made it better or worse than it was gonna be, but it was really something to touch, let me tell you.
I mean, do you feel like you learned anything about it through poking it with the stick? Metaphorically, of course.
I really don't think so. I don't know, though, if I've ever touched power like that before, and I wonder if there's anything more powerful out there.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of like a pretty deep philosophical question, if you ask me.
Welcome in, Raiders. At this time, you hear a knock on the door from downstairs, as the door from the front has opened.
Like the door to the tavern?
Yeah. You hear the bell go.
I'll just poke my head back out into the hallway to see if I hear Cash.
Cashel, if you could just stop into the hotel on your way back, that would be fantastic for something. Maybe you ran out of pencils or something. You need to pick up another one.
Yes.
And it's
oh,
late.
darn, my pencil broke.
It's late. It's now very late, in fact. Definitely time everyone should be sleeping. But as you poke your head back in, you see Eris sort of leaning around the corner looking down at you.
Me?
Yeah, you. Would you like to describe what you're carrying?
A child. It's not actually a child. It's the child. But it's
like what?
It's
All
now as
caps.
big as a child, and it looks like a cocoon. And it's also is it still like a little bit like fleshy and barky colored?
Almost completely.
Yeah. It looks kind of fleshy.
Eris like slowly closes the door and puts her head against the inside of it for a second and takes a really deep breath. And then opens the door again.
I went out for some air.
What? You're gonna... Okay. What happened to the boomstick?
It's growing.
Okay.
I like pop my head out past Eris. I mean, like, Cashel, are you saying you can touch it now?
Yeah, do you want to touch it?
I kind of do.
But like, be careful. It's a child.
Eris is gonna open the door and gesture for Cashel to come inside, and then while whatever this happens, she's gonna go sit in a corner.
Cashel is grinning just like wildly and like is like cradling the child and like shows it to Alienor.
Yeah, Alienor has been very intrigued by this, but it had always been like it's been more like a danger stick before than a cocoon. So Alianor's gonna reach out and cradle it like it's a baby and try to get a sense of any power or elemental, because it did kind of come from the water creature.
You try and do what? Sorry?
Get a feel like for it, because it came from the water creature. She knows that much in some sense, and it was too dangerous to touch before, so she's been wanting to touch this, so she's gonna cradle it like a baby, like Cashel was, and try to get a sense.
Alienor, do you remember your first birth?
I think everyone does.
And do you remember the first time you held a child afterwards? And then obviously gave it over to the mother, but just holding that new life for just a second. That's what this feels like.
Do I
Isn't
get
it
any
beautiful?
seeing Cashel's any type of close to hopeful phase? I'm like, hi, Cashel, you have a beautiful child? And like, before I pass over, I'm like trying to get I don't feel anything like that water creature. It just feels like a new life.
It feels similar. It feels old. Can I have a quick whisper with Alienor, please?
Yes.
A giant tree stands in your vision. Its roots are the earth. Its branches touch the sky. Its trunk full of Asgard. The water, the sap of life. That's the water creature you felt. This thing is somehow tied to the life tree, Koran Rin.
Oh my
my god. Okay.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm so excited.
Welcome, Raiders. Please heed our content warnings and sanity notes. Thank you very much for raiding. We appreciate you so much. Welcome in, new followers. I'm gonna get Casual and Eris back, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna cool down.
So for a second, Alienor sort of stares into the middle distance, then goes completely pale, and then flushes pink.
So we're not all gonna die?
No. I kind of think quite the opposite.
Huh?
And like absolutely stunned from what she's just felt. She's like, do you know of Karan Rin?
No.
No.
The life tree? Do you know anything about the life tree?
I think I've heard of the life tree. I read a lot of books.
I know you do, Casual.
I
think
Casual would know
good.
that the Demorphin believe the life tree is the center of the earth and that everything revolves around it. Knows about its connection to magic and Rindrath.
Yeah, I think that doesn't surprise me too much, but like also Casual doesn't focus on it as much.
So you know that kind of water thing I touched back before? The power?
What water thing?
The thing that your boom's sticking from?
Oh, that water thing. Yeah. The hot one with the steam.
Yeah, the real steamy one.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of giving me the same feel, but even more. I saw a vision of the life tree, and to say the least, we should really keep this thing protected. It screams Uzgard right now. Absolutely. It's kind of think of it like the blood of the life tree.
I will always protect this child.
And I'm gonna pull out my gift that I had gotten Casual. Be like, I really don't think this is relevant anymore, and hand you a fancier bucket than the soda bucket.
Is it bigger?
I mean, I would assume it's like nicer because the other one was like this crappy, not crappy, but it was a dirty towel bin. So this is like a nice proper. I have imagined I don't know the size of your cocoon, but I think the cocoon could rest without falling out.
Okay, like can rest on top of it.
Just like in it, like a potato, like a giant potato.
Put like a little blanket around the edge, and then like.
Did you just make a nest?
And I just I put my hand on top of Patty Jr. and I just say, "This is beautiful. Thank you." And then I think Casual goes up and doesn't super know what to do, but then eventually bops Eleanor on the shoulder and then goes back to the bucket.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right,
I'm gonna go to bed.
I'll try to go to bed. I'll try, but I think I just touched a part of the life tree. And she's mind blown. She's just gonna lay in bed and probably not get a lot of sleep.
Okay. In that case, I think this is a great place for us to take our break. Let's get everyone. We are going to take a quick break, everyone. We've had elation, despair, frustration, excitement. What's the emotion that's doneness? What's that?
Embarrassed with the feeling.
We are going to go and grab a bio. We're going to grab a drink. We're going to do all the things that make us human. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Please do the same. Make sure that you look after yourselves while you're watching the stream, especially if you've been here since the beginning. We will be right back. Enjoy these minis from Hero Forge whilst we are away, and watch out for their brand new Kickstarter coming in tomorrow. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic break. We certainly did. Now, if you've just come back from the, if you've just joined us, welcome. This is a game in which we have a lot of content warnings, and it does feature its own version of sanity, a sanity system inspired by real-life psychology, but not intended to be real-life psychology. So, enjoy it. If we want to do any hype train dances, shall we do it now before we go back into whispers? Because I've got a feeling the rest of this episode is going to be whispers between the two different parties. So, I said they look a lot like the put the headphones on dances. Okay. Okay. So then, shall we go then with Reese and Kaiden? Kaiden, you come round real slow. Groggy. Like someone who's just coming off tranquilizers.
What in the night? Ow.
Good morning.
You had no dreams whatsoever.
I like how we have to specify that. What happened? No.
Well, you got up, insisted on leaving. Argument ensued. You started bleeding. We burned you to stop the bleeding. And then you were medicated heavily.
I thought medicine was supposed to make you feel better. Oh, God.
Well, sometimes. Not all the time.
There's a knock at the door.
Come in.
I hear he's up.
Yep.
All right.
For what
here
it's
comes
worth.
Now look, I did my best on you while you was asleep. Your man here kept an eye on you the whole night. I'll have you know, he clearly cares about you a whole lot. I've patched you up as best I can. I've dressed your wounds. Nothing's gonna be infected. You're not quite at 100% tip-top shape though yet. All right. You're gonna need to take a few days bed rest. You'll be tip-top. Kaiden, you have 3/4 of your maximum health.
Okay.
Math.
Wait, shoot. What's Kaiden's maximum? God, wait, no. Kaiden's maximum health isn't the standard because Mac is a terrible, terrible character creator and may have fucked him. So I would about 75. I have to math. Do I round up or down?
Up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Let no one say I'm not a benevolent DM. I answered up.
Isn't that a shame? You're going to have to lie in bed for a couple of days. And not leave.
Does it have to be this bed? Fine, whatever. Oh, fine, just...
I mean, we can bring you back to the inn. But I don't know if you're going to like that any more than here. Because you're probably going to have Alienor circling you and screaming at you and telling you what you did wrong.
I'm sure... I mean, you'd get a kick out of it, so at least something good would come of it.
Oh, I wouldn't be in the room. I'd probably be sitting outside watching and making sure that you don't leave.
We would appreciate it if we took you out of here as well, to be honest. I mean, we're alright giving you the bed and everything, but this is supposed to be like, you know, the emergency room for soldiers.
I'd rather not stay around the barracks any longer than I have to, so...
Don't worry, most people have already seen you by now. You know your face. Know you? We'll look after you. See you around the seat. Hey, there goes Kaiden. What a nice guy. Burden to hell. You both gone quiet. What did I say?
Oh, no, Mac realized there's a thing on one of his shoulders and Kaiden's been pretty shirtless.
Isn't that a shame?
I'm just like. And also, like, Kaiden now has a new scar on his left side, so that's fun. Okay. Kaiden has gone dead silent, though.
Right. Maybe I was intruding on something. Sorry if you were doing something personal.
No, you're fine. Just bring around a carriage, something. We'll be out of your hair shortly.
All right, no problem. Whereabouts is your hotel again?
Look, I don't remember what it was called. Hey.
Is it the one that Patty usually stays at?
Yeah.
The knackered pony or the something pony or something like that.
The stinky ass, whatever. Yeah, something like that.
Right. No problem. In fact, friend of ours from up the palace. He'll be driving down there a bit later on if you don't mind waiting for the lift. Probably about half an hour or so.
From the palace.
Yeah, he works up there, full-time gig.
Alright. Sounds
Go
fine
anywhere,
to
it's
me.
fine. Kaiden just rolls over so he's not looking at anyone.
Can we also get some clothes for my friend Kaiden?
I put you in a uniform.
That'll work just fine.
Kaiden doesn't move. He doesn't respond.
Right. Well, there's some in the lockers over there. Or nightgowns if you prefer. I'm picking up some sort of awkward tension here, so if you don't mind, I've got some paperwork that needs doing. I'll, you two take all the time you need. If you need anything, just knock, but, gonna go get that piece of that paperwork, I'll leave you alone.
Mm-hmm. Thank
your
you.
Privacy.
Yep.
Yes, right, I'll be going. And he goes out the door and closes it behind him.
Kaiden
So you
is
gonna
on
get
his
dressed or-
side, not looking at Reese.
Gonna get dressed, or am I gonna have to do it for you?
But we're not leaving for half an hour, right?
Well, yeah, but I'd rather you get dressed now than later.
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters. Now, are you going to get dressed or not?
Kaiden doesn't really respond.
There is the sound of a chair heavily pushing back against the floor as Reese stands up, stomps over to the closet, pulls out a uniform, and then walks back and just chucks it all at Kaiden.
Can I have a quick whisper with Kaiden? Kaiden, remember I told you last time that your mood would flip sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about talking to Reese right now?
Nothing. I just don't. It doesn't matter in the end, does it? Everything I. It doesn't matter. I've tried fighting and it's. I'm done. I don't know why he cares, and he shouldn't. And I'd wish he'd just leave me alone. I don't know if he thinks he can fix me or what, but I'm far too broken for that. So I wish he would just go.
Surely, if it doesn't matter, might as well tell him.
think he's listen? I don't think he will. I'm not gonna try and make him. I'm done. I get it. All right, I get it. I'm broken. I'm less than him. I'm less than everyone else. I don't care anymore. I'm just done.
Maybe he will listen, maybe he won't. Point is, it doesn't matter. You might as well.
There. Why does he care?
Only one way to find out. I have a quick whisper of Reese next.
Okay.
Haydn looks broken, Reese. Like they've completely given up. They don't look like, you know, they need to be on a watch list or anything. That's not something we're doing in this campaign. But they don't look like they want to be a hero right now. They look like they want to quit and maybe go back to being a thief.
Considering the card that we just drew and the changes of emotions, it's taking just about every inch for him to not completely just start yelling. But Reese is just so fed up with him and is just constantly just dragging everybody down and just he thinks he's doing the right thing, but he's not doing the right thing. Just laying there in bed like a sorry sack is just not going to help either. And short of dragging his ass quite literally out of the bed, not sure what else there is really to do.
Tried fighting him. Why don't you try working with him?
I've been trying to all morning, but it's not getting me anywhere.
Alright. Ready to bring Kaiden back?
Yeah.
Reese turns looking at the lockers, I believe.
Yep. Grabs the clothes, walks back, and just chucks it all on him at the foot of the bed. Get up. Get dressed.
Kind of sort of flips over finally. Doesn't really get up, but just flips over to look at Reese and just. Why?
Is this all you're ever gonna ask is why? Why you need a reason to do something?
I don't
Why?
understand.
You don't understand. Well, let's see. Why? Let's see. There's Alienor as a reason. There's Cashel as a reason. There's Eris as a reason. There's an entire city worth of people for a reason. But if you want to get more selfish than that, if you want to narrow it down completely, there's yourself. You either get your ass out of the bed right now and get dressed and do something for yourself, or you're going to keep laying there all goddamn day and doing nothing. You're not going to take out whoever the fuck this thief guy is. You're just going to continue to lay there. Or you're going to get up, run after him, and get yourself killed, which isn't going to help anybody anyway. You think it will, but it won't.
Because I'm doing so much to help people right now, right?
By getting up and getting dressed, you're at least taking a fucking step in the right direction.
To what, Reese?
To get this shit done! We have fucking Fiondas breathing down our necks. We have people dying constantly.
Reese, I can't fight them! Alright?
Did I not just offer you a solution to that? I'm going to help you fucking learn. Now get your ass out of the bed now!
Biden gets up. He doesn't look at Reese as he gets dressed.
No, I'm not going to tell Eleanor how bad it is. That's up to you.
Why?
Because I'm doing you a favor.
Why?
Because I can. I don't know. Why the fuck do I do anything these days? I don't got a fucking clue.
I don't know. I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of this, but you're better off doing something else.
What I think I'm going to be getting out of this is all of us alive. Ideally. Look, I'm trying really hard to work with you, okay? I'm trying really hard, okay? I fought with you.
Reese?
It's got nothing.
Reese, you don't have to pretend like you care, alright? You don't have to keep lying about that. I'm not gonna tell Alien or whatever. It's fine. I get it. I know I'm an absolute fucking dick, alright? I get it. I'm worth nothing. I mean nothing to you. You don't have to pretend like you care.
Everybody has some worth.
That's bullshit and you know it.
Really. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but you did steal that bowl that we needed for Hope's funeral. I don't like it. I was in the military, told that is the absolute worst thing for somebody to do. Steal and lie. I work to stop that in our tiny little village. Yet here I stand, still with you. That we're in a military place right now. We're in a military barracks. Any one of those guys out there, just like me, I could go out there, tell them who you are, show them the mark on your shoulder, and get you immediately turned in. I could do that right now.
Why don't you?
Because I don't. I don't want to. You've come this far with us. And I know, despite everything that is pointed in the wrong direction, you've at least done something. I know you're smart.
Reese, I don't know if you think that somewhere in me there's a man you can save. I think you're wrong. And I think you're better off focusing on something else.
Well, it's too damn bad. You see, my father told me I had a very stubborn streak in me. And I've made up my goddamn mind, so.
You can't fix this, Reese. I know you think
I haven't tried yet.
I have.
You
Okay?
have, but I haven't. End of discussion. Now
I've
get
tried
dressed.
fixing myself for 21 years, alright? I've tried fixing the broken parts of me. I don't think I died for the first time when I died back in that forest. I think I died a long time ago. I don't think there's a part of me left. Alright, you can't fix this. I'm far too broken. Okay?
You're the only one broken in this group. You really think you're the only one broken?
Not broken. Broken beyond repair. There's only so many times you can reforge iron, Reese. Sometimes you just have to throw it away.
But you still tried to reforge it. This is all very hypocritical.
Cool, I'll add that to
Showed
the
up
list
at a
of-
random podunk village in the middle of nowhere, decide to make a whole brand new life for yourself, start everything over, and now just gonna throw it away. We're not even in the village. You realize that. You could go back there. Just go back to what you were doing before. No one
Being
would
a
know any
shitty
different.
Blacksmith? Right, yeah. That's great.
No one would know. No one would know anything that happened out here. You think you're broken? You're not broken. You still have breath in yourself. You still have blood in your veins. You can still do something and save people. At least try. Now get dressed. We're gonna go see Eleanor and everyone else and figure out what they said.
Do you think bed rest counts against the whole fighting thing you mentioned?
What do you mean?
Teaching me. I'm
Teach you
supposed to be lying down.
Yeah, I know. You're supposed to be lying down. I'll give you one more day. And I'm not gonna hurt you. It's not like I'm gonna kill you. I actually need somebody, alright? So, killing you is the last thing I want. It's going to just hurt the entire cause, so. Besides, you're the one with all the swords, remember? Mine all got eaten
You could take
when a thing tried to burrow
try.
through my chest.
That thing's living in my room. I don't know how many of the swords made it out of there alive. Alive like the swords are. God damn, I'm tired. Oh, God.
We're going to catch a ride back to the inn and you can sleep some more. Even better yet, you get to sleep next to Eleanor. Lucky you.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yes.
Sorry, couldn't help. Overheard the last bit there, but it's all right. It's morning. For a start, and my pal's here from the palace, heading down towards your thing there. So
We'll be just one more minute.
right, no problem.
Thank you. Get dressed. Let's go.
I'm getting. I just got my side burned off, Reese. Also, these are kind of the nicest clothes I've ever worn. So, I'm
You're
gonna take
welcome.
my time. I feel I'm wearing a guard's uniform, Reese. This is very uncomfortable.
Try wearing it 24/7 and running 3 miles in the rain.
I mean, I've worn armor before, but this is. I feel like I look weird. It's not me.
It's not you. But guess what? No one's gonna think twice about it.
Not even Eleanor?
unfortunately for you, well, rather for me, women tend to like men in uniforms, so.
I really hate to press you, but we're running out of time in the session, and
Yes. Come
I'm
on.
starting to sweat.
Sorry.
We go. Biden is blushing. Biden is blushing and fiddling with the uniform so bad. He's like, wait, Eleanor might like this. Okay, shoot, I love pretty.
Outside, there sits a cart, and on it sits a man wearing all black with a big black leather hood, kind of like a headsman. He looks towards you and goes, "Hello there, how you doing?"
Hi. You are...
Headsman?
Oh, no!
No. That was me. It's Mac asking, what's a headsman?
In England,
Executioner?
we used to behead people.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just said executioner, right?
executioner.
Okay, cool. Kaiden just inches a little bit behind Reese. Like, he can't actually do anything. He just kind of nopes.
Heading down to the knackered pony. That's
Yes.
exactly where I'm going. Let me take you down there.
Thank you. You are?
Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith, right.
Hi. As it happens.
Reese. Kaiden.
You look nervous.
First day.
Oh, don't worry about this. I'm an actor at the palace. I do jokes and tumbling and stuff. He like gets out some juggling balls and starts juggling. See? I should probably take
That is
hood
very
off.
distracted by like all the buttons on his kind of just like there's buttons, kind of just fiddling with the belt. He's constantly fixing it.
He removes
Hand
his
on
hood.
the shoulder. I kind of push Kaiden forward. And
Oh, sorry.
Get up.
Right.
He removes the hood to reveal the most ginger person you've ever seen. Bright orange shock of hair, freckles all over his face, bright blue eyes, eyebrows that look like they've been highlighted on. Orange highlighter, literal highlighter, not makeup highlighter. I mean a pen highlighter.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going down
Right.
there now,
Okay.
and we're gonna pan away.
Okay.
Go on.
Please.
Sorry.
Please stop. This poor boy. Please go away. Look away now. Look away. Look
As
away from his
Kaiden
shame.
dies internally. All right.
It's morning.
I was dreaming.
Indeed. So, it is morning. The creature has grown. The cocoon has grown. It now stands 4 foot high.
Wow, I cannot cradle in my arms anymore.
Also, the weapons that Kaiden left in this room are gone. It now glows with a sort of metallic glow as well as a fleshy sort of barky sort of glow.
That's fine.
He's gonna be pissed.
I know, it's so funny. I go over and I guess it's maybe outgrown the bucket for real by now.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I don't know if I can really get it a larger bucket, to be honest, Casual.
No, yeah, I think that's okay. I bet it meant a lot to it for a few hours.
Could you use the
And-
bucket to carry like the blanket and extra daggers or something.
Is it a feed bucket now?
It's-
I guess it is, yeah.
Casual will go over though and hug it.
I was thinking more like diaper bag.
Hug it.
When you hug it, it feels warm to the touch.
It's alive.
Yeah. Cashel, do you mind if I touch it again?
No, I do. And then like steps
And I'll touch it again to see if that feeling or any feeling has grown or changed.
Same feeling. You feel something different, but you can't really figure out what it is right now. Maybe it'll come to you in your dreams later.
Oh, foreshadow. Yes. I'm like, Cashel, I think it's going through cocoon puberty. Sorry.
I didn't. Yep. Okay. My pubescent child. No.
Is this thing gonna come out with like wings now?
Is
Did
it?
the thing before? I mean, that's what caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly,
Yeah.
wormy
I think-
thing, cocoon, wing thing.
Yeah. I think, yeah, like, I have no clue. And honestly, like, this is unheard of, right? Like, whatever this came from was something that we can't fathom or understand. Patty Jr. is beyond all of science's expectations thus far. So wings are definitely in the realm of possibility, aren't they, Patty Jr.?
No. You feel a no from it.
Never mind, Patty Jr.
Wait,
said
really?
no.
Like everyone?
Or just
Or is it-
casual.
Or just Cashel? Is this...
Who's touched it? Cashel and Alienor. You both hear no.
Oh. Patty Jr. says no wings. That's okay, I love you however you look.
Airs, you just spoke to us.
Sorry, Mac. Okay. To be honest, cool.
There is a slight problem. I could barely carry child-sized Patty Jr. I cannot carry 4-foot Patty Jr. Patty Jr. Wait. Do you mind if we call you Patty Jr.?
Call me Soch. Aylward Soch. That was my name.
Okay. So wait, is this we should maybe like stay here and wait out this process, let you do your thing? What would you prefer?
I've never done this before.
That's fair. Neither have I.
Elwosa, are you the one I touched in the mine? Why did you do all that then? Hey, you're a little bit shy now, aren't you? And would like translate to Eris. He's saying like,
I feel like she's like filling in the. I feel like she can get most of it through context clues.
She turns obtusely to tell you, anyways. Eris, and relays it all really obnoxiously.
Well, we can't all stay here. We kind of have like there's a meeting today. There's a big important, like we have stuff to do.
Hi.
I don't know if it's good parenting to leave Elwood Saw here alone while we go to the meeting.
Well, then, do you want... Some of us can stay and guard them.
I don't know, I'm also curious.
We can roll it under the bed.
We could put it in the bed and make it look like a sleeping person,
like the kids do.
Maybe, but I think here's the thing. I think they'll be hungry while we're gone. And I don't. Maybe we like take them with us, and I can like feed them while we meet, or maybe
if it gets any bigger, we're gonna need a horse to carry it around town.
That's true. Yeah.
Thank you very much, anonymous gifter. Don't look at chat. For gifting Kelly.
Too late.
Disadvantage.
Eris, how much longer to the meeting?
Some amount of time that Eris is aware of.
Yeah, at this point, the innkeep sort of like knocks gently on the door. Hello, you asked for a wake-up call around this time.
Hi.
You know you asked for a wake-up call an hour before you had to be at the palace.
I mean, we gotta, like, go, like,
Wait.
soon.
Where are Reese and Kaiden? Casual has not asked this until now.
Oh, Kaiden got himself stabbed again.
Oh, bummer. That's pretty common, huh?
Yeah, it seems to be a greater pattern of behavior. We met his dad.
Yeah.
Or not dad. Father figure.
Kaiden's dad is real.
He's a piece of shit.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, King of Thieves or something. I don't know. There was a lot of yelling.
Tracks.
There was a lot of threats exchanged by a lot of different people. Kaiden stabbed Patty, not Junior.
Oh, also bummer.
And then we all went to the barracks and dropped Kaiden off because we needed to knock him out to get him to behave. And then Reese said that he would stay with Kaiden and make sure that he, like woke up in the morning. I don't really know if we ever actually made plans about where or when they were going to meet us.
After their meeting?
You hear another knock at the door. The door's open. It's Paddy. Morning. Tell you that Kaiden, he's a real piece of work.
Oh, I heard you got stabbed.
Aye, he stabbed me.
Bummer.
How are you doing?
He's a confused young lad. I know the type. I left while they were arguing. I don't know if they noticed me leave.
Probably not, to be honest.
So it's going about that well.
Aye, to be expected, to be honest. Really?
So I'm guessing they're not gonna make it.
Last I saw, I was speaking to the medic, and he was saying that he's gonna need to do some serious work on Kaiden to get him, ship shape. He said it's gonna take at least a day or so.
Okay.
It might interest you to know as well, since most of my officers died on the journey here, I left instructions to follow Reese's command in the event of emergency.
Hey, I'm sure Kaiden really appreciated that.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Scrat said to his players.
Yes! Kelly is pleased.
What was this meeting about again?
We are telling the people in charge about the fact that we're all gonna die.
See, I just feel like that's a relevant meeting for me to be at. I knew it felt relevant. I knew it felt important.
Eris very much feels like it should be the most relevant thing, but here we are. Not salty about that at all.
Hey.
Yeah, so maybe can we get a cart and bring formerly Patty Jr. along?
I'm really worried someone might take him.
Question for Scrat.
Yes.
From Eris.
Yes, Eris.
Well, from Kelly about Eris. Would Eris know the general attitude of the powers that be? Like, if we show up with this mystical nut,
It took me a moment.
There's a tree of life. It's a nut. If we're showing up with this mystical nut, are they gonna try and take over the situation? Because that's not gonna end very well. Or are they more likely? Are they reasonable people that will defer to Cashel's theoretical expertise?
This is a city of science. Most of the council work at the university. Most of their grant money is paid for by their discoveries.
This is gonna be a fight.
How would Cashel feel about sharing her discovery with other people at the university at this stage?
Their discovery and not at all ready for their presentation. They've probably been putting some things together, right? That's what they've been doing while they've been sitting with Patty Jr. and the Cocoon and in between sketches, starting to put together the pieces and write something out that is more scholarly, but probably would have
scholarly there.
Right. Probably would have wanted time for a PowerPoint presentation.
Like any good academic, you do it on the way there.
Yeah. So definitely would want to make sure that their points were in the right order and flowed well, and just they felt confident about it. This is they do not here's the thing. They don't want to lose credit, and the second that they tell people, it's out there and other people can start investigating.
So I think Eris would, knowing that Cashel is very...
Are you threatening us?
is very protective of their knowledge. I think Eris would share that, these people are going to want to poke and prod and do their own tests, and if we don't go in there ready to fight, to keep control of the situation, and with an upper hand of some kind, they may decide that the kids shouldn't have their toys anymore.
So, do you think we should leave Aelitsoff here, or?
I don't know how I feel about it being out of our hands, but I think...
Is there a do not disturb sign that we could put on the door?
Sure.
I think we either leave it here and hope that nothing terrible goes wrong in the meantime, or we take it with and try to basically act like we know more than we do to convince them that we are the best people to continue to investigate this, because we know more than they could possibly know about the situation. I don't know anything about this, so I'm not really the best person to do that. But between the Demorthan and the Magientist, there might be the possibility of playing the game a little bit.
Okay, so okay. So we talk about the Fiondas. We talk about Black Flux. I feel reasonably confident in talking about some of those assertions. And I can claim the discovery as my own. I have a vial of it. As proof. But we leave out White Flux, Aelwood Saw, and the combination of the two. I mean, aside from like the scar on my face that is there, I swear.
We're gonna have to tell them about their loss of resources. They funded that, well, my entire project out there. I can't turn up and not give them a report on that.
Yeah, well, we can tell them what happened about the big boom, about the thing eating the metal. We just don't have to tell them that this magic mystical tree nut is related to that thing.
Also, we don't say anything about White Flux, because blaming it on a Fiondas is one thing. But there's more to it than that, and I would rather them not know that yet.
So should I not say anything about Karan?
Well, as much as I want to protect your discoveries, Cashel, we also need to give them enough information so that we can, not blow up everybody else.
What if I tell them it's sacred? Make it a religious thing? They don't know it any better, probably, to be honest. I mean, maybe they do, but...
I mean, there might be some room there if you claiming Demorthan knowledge beyond what they could possess, and that the combination of the two of you is better suited to this than them.
Okay.
I mean, we can talk about the well, you guys can. I wasn't even there. We can talk about the creature under the big boom and what caused the big boom. We just don't tell them about the White Flux, and we don't tell them that this thing that we have in our possession is that thing. You know? We just leave out that one connection
Aye.
and tell them everything else.
I could be on board with that. I feel like there's enough persuasive power in that argument.
Aye, so I don't mention that this Oosguard is the same as that Oosguard.
Correct.
But
But
I can
that-
talk
but
about
we-
the Oosguard.
But we tell them that the Oosguard is a thing that they should be looking out for in other places, such as where they buried the other tombs.
Oosguards everywhere.
I
But
don't
remember,
know.
this particular big boom happened in the tomb of one of those old kings. So they should be checking out the other tomb sites.
I don't know. I think that maybe they're more alone than that.
Well, maybe they'll have answers for us. So we lay out everything except the fact that Patty Jr. is important.
I can fib a wee bit and say that Kamoks are speaking to me, I guess, or something. Like, no confidence, but opposite.
No Kamogs speak to you.
No, I mean, when we get in there, I can be
Lying.
like, the spirits speak to me.
Yeah, right up until they show up with another actual full-fledged Demorthan.
We could have different spirits. I that might be a wee bit of a problem. But they really don't quite work that way. They show up to different people.
I think we come in and we tell them this like a bard. We put forth to them a grand story of danger and good versus evil and conquest, and we point them into what we want them to be looking at, which is how to stop the Fiondas.
Aye.
And we make a big show of it and just keep them focused on what we want them to be worried about, which is undead and Fiondas.
Aye.
And if they want to put everything else together, we just point them back to the problem at hand.
So, Patty Jr.'s coming with us?
I think it's better than leaving it here.
Yes.
We have to start looking for the wheelbarrow then?
Of course, Eris and Alienor know they have a cart outside.
Yeah.
Not theirs, but
It shall work.
Perfect. How convenient.
It looks like Santa's sleigh, but
Even better. I want to ride up front. No, I'm just kidding.
I never did really quite ask it if it minds.
coming with.
Aye. It seems kind of rude to just shake their salt with us. Maybe we should ask.
Sure. I mean, I think they're old enough to make their own decisions.
Yeah. I kind of knock a little bit, like it's a door. Like gently, I'm like, would you come into a meeting with us?
what do you intend for the world?
For it not to die.
I'll come with you.
Aye. They said aye.
Okay. You know,
We should take a Good.
I would participate in the talking to it, but I think we've got enough people with voices in their heads in the group.
Well, then I want to lay a hand on it, and I'll like try to start picking up. I hope it's a face end of the saw. And be like, Casual, did you grab the other side?
But also maybe more help. Though.
Can we lift it on our own? I don't know.
I mean, it seems quite light, but why don't you both give me some sort of feats check to see how you do?
Oh
Use an
god.
advantage.
Feats checks, the things that ruined the bridge for us.
Yes, I will also use an advantage.
You're using up some of the horde?
I
Oh my
am.
goodness.
Oh.
So between the two of you, you can lift this easily.
Casual did
squats
so
on.
well on feats, and I'm so proud of them.
I'll get the relevant doors.
I don't think we need a roll for that.
I just want to contribute without actually getting more voices in my head.
Eris fails at feet rolls and pushes instead of pulls. Okay.
Soon you arrive at the palace. Hey, Essential Stories, thank you for the raid. So many awesome raids tonight. Thank you, everyone. Welcome in. Let's pop the sanity warning, and someone's already on it. Sanity, this game uses sanity. Watch out for that, and also check out our content warnings. You can ride up to the palace with your magic nutegg fetus cocoon.
Nut egg.
Calling it like I see it.
And you are led inside. They've been expecting you. You have an appointment. The person walking you, he says, he instructs you on proper conduct. There's no surprises here, just, you know, the classics. Address the whole group, not just one person. Expect an answer from any of them. Bow when you enter, bow when you leave. This isn't a sign of deference, but respect. All the normal stuff.
Would I know? Okay, so I'm thinking like a lot of times they tell you that, but like there is actually somebody who's really in charge. Right? There's like always like that person that you wait for, everybody looks at them, they like give a secret wink and everybody votes yes, or they like and everybody votes no, you know? There's always somebody.
Give me a relation check. And thank you very much, Margaret Crone, for that raid. Welcome in, raiders. Please check out our content warnings and our sanity warnings. We've had so many raids tonight. Thank you so much. Welcome in. This is Traversing the Dark Waters. It's one of the campaigns where we go into the more deeper stuff. So, ready for that.
I'm gonna use one of my horde.
To be clear, because you have a horde of both advantage. Okay, got it.
It's the exact same roll. 13.
Yes. On a 13, you suspect that one of the older gentlemen on the council has sway. But also, you know, when you were last here, a lot of people spoke of a certain woman on the council, a Madame Clarabelle, who was known as the Dragon Lady, who perhaps holds more power than it seems.
Okay.
Two candidates. The gentleman's name would be older gentleman, Baristrad. Need to write that down.
Pick a side. Pick a side. Okay. When they do this whole entering thing, Eris will bow, but she will bow essentially towards this woman. Like, as if showing particular deference.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do any intrigue things like that, or are we good?
I mean, if I would look to see if there's any Demorthin, but being told that it was not going to be a Demorthin, I would assume there wouldn't be one there. But they have the robes, so.
Yep. A couple of the older people in the council who look more Tal'Kiri nod their heads to you as you enter.
Are they wearing the robes, TM?
No.
Okay.
But they have the long ginger beards that sort of denote Tal'Kiri heritage. Classic trait in Tal'Kiri, long ginger beard.
I
Good
stroke
beard
mine.
wearers.
Sorry, I note the people.
We are sorry that we couldn't meet you yesterday. I hope you understand, order it being the winter solstice and everything. A little celebration is in order to keep morale good, and it's very good for business too. The economy is important.
Completely understandable. Everybody deserves their opportunities for joviality. However, yes.
May I whisper to you for a second?
Okay.
Years of intrigue. Suddenly, your hackles rise. Someone in this room means you ill will. You don't know who. But you don't know who, but suddenly you feel as though perhaps one of these NPCs could be an assassin. Not necessarily aimed at you, but not on your side.
I would just scan everyone to see if anyone. I think she would just be constantly scanning face to face, specifically looking at people's faces, facial expressions, but assuming that they're probably not going to give it away if she's not noticing right away. So looking at their hands to see if she can keep track of people's hands, where their hands are, what their hands are doing, to see if anybody goes for any movements or seems to signal anyone else.
Of the count, give me an observation roll.
Advantage. I don't need the critical success on this.
Okay, so 19.
19.
A difficult check. You can see the council, most of their hands. Some rest them on the table. Some, in fact, most of them rest them on the table or on the arm of their chair. One strokes their beard. The older gentleman we spoke of who had a lot of power, he tends to go through a lot of cyclic habits. Touching a side of his... He's got a balding head with side of hair, and he touches that hair off and sort of teasing it. And sometimes touches his nose also. In between talking, subconsciously. Of the servants... Well, not the servants. They're not a person. Well, maybe it's servants. I don't know. They're paid to serve. Servants, yeah. As you look around the room, you can see the serving boys and serving maids. They... 3 of them, 2 maids and 1 boy, have knives on their person. Concealed.
And I assume that that's pretty unusual.
Not hugely unusual, but certainly not normal conduct for a place like this. People might sneak one in or might forget.
Do they seem to be all together? Or are they spread out?
They're spread. for now.
And do they seem to be looking at anybody?
Give me another observation roll as we hone in on them.
Use another advantage. Whew, glad I did that.
Okay. 22, very difficult. Yes, one of the maids and the serving boy look at each other regularly. Sort of quizzical looks. Darting eyes.
Eris is just gonna keep note of where they are at all times in the room. And if they seem, and specifically, like, if they seem to be looking at any of the council members for direction or serving one particular, if they both serve the same particular council member, in case there's somebody on the council that seems to be in charge of them.
They never look at the table.
Okay.
Almost as though they've been commanded not to.
Too smart for that. Then I guess it's just while they're talking to the council, Eris is going to see if there's anybody who seems to be making those kind of comments that are not outwardly aggressive, but are subtly undermining, you know, in situations like this, like, oh, you're so young. Oh, what can you like, we have such experts here, you know, anybody trying to kind of undermine whatever they're saying.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that this would cause you to hesitate? Would Paddy maybe lead the introduction?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Eris is also not playing her Julianne role today. She's playing Eris, so she doesn't want to seem like she knows more than about how to handle this than she does.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Like she wants them to underestimate them. So of course let the professional do the talking.
Okay, let's get Cashel and Alien back.
Okay.
Hello, Council. Unfortunately, I've got bad news to deliver you about our operation up at Aylwood Soch. The Turgak mine has collapsed, along with the ruin, and the museum is lost. We come to you today with grave news. The city's in great danger. There's an army of Beyondas on their way here that wiped out my men. All of them. Except in these three who helped me. There's sort of like shocked sounds from the council. Whispers between council members. Madam Clarabelle speaks up. You say we're in danger, Captain Patrick. What would you have us do? Look, I don't know. I'm not prepared for this. We thought we were pretty safe at Adelwick Saw. We had a tight setup. All of the remaining Turgak, I suggest we weaponize and mobilize our men as soon as possible. And what do the rest of you have to say on this matter?
We were chased all the way here by those beasts. At least the front few that they sent after us. We're right outside the city a few days ago. It won't be long until the rest catch up. I think we hear... I know I've always heard stories about the Fiondas, and you hear of the creatures that stalk the night, haunt people's nightmares. But to see them crush someone's skull in front of you, to feel helpless as they chase you through the woods, these things are quite real. to see them slither into the dead and the dead to rise again.
Oh, sounds. One of the Talkiri men. Hey, you there with the, you're Demorphin, right? Are you not?
I?
What say you on all of this?
Yeah. They're right. But furthermore, and she kind of realizes she's talking, she's like, Council? Hey, you have to stop digging. You can't dig no anymore. You're upsetting the whole balance, and it's really adding to the problem, to be honest.
This is the only weapon we found that hurts the Fiondas. If we hadn't acted on this, we'd have gone the same way that Guido went some 10 years ago. There's murmurs of agreement.
To be honest, when you dig like that, you're upsetting Rhyme something fierce, and it actually kind of brings them out more.
More?
Aye.
The large numbers of the Fiondas haven't been seen for over a millennia. These small forces, I'm sure they can be dealt with in a reasonable way. We're not talking about a second coming of the end or anything like that here.
I might beg to differ.
Alienor, when we were... You shared a vision with us that you had.
What is that?
Huh?
I don't know, there was a really loud muffling sound. It was completely drowning you out. I think it's okay now.
I didn't hear anything.
Does something brush against your mic, maybe?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know.
Static. Iris just says, Alienor, you should tell them of that vision that you had from the spirits about the anthill. That portent of the future.
Should I tell them about All Red Eyes as well? Talking about the mast.
Yeah, and Eris is just encouraging you to share your Demorphin experiences.
Thinking she's picking up on it. She's like, I guess you can see that I think the life tree kind of sent me some visions. I saw the continent, and I saw all of the men and women digging into the earth like ants, breaking it up, just ruining it. I saw the life tree get touched by this, I don't know what to call it, evil. And there's a leader of the Fiondas, I think, wears a mask. They all wear a mask, but this one has glowing red eyes, stands on 2 feet, and I see him. I don't know, as a real danger to everything. It is the second coming. I don't know what to tell you. There's so many of them you couldn't count.
They sort of puzzle over this. You know, we tend to trust more a magientist's word than magic here, but that is not to rule out your counsel, Demorphin. We appreciate you must have come from a long way away to deliver this information. One of the servants that Eris is watching walks into the middle of the floor. It turns and walks towards Alienor.
Eris is gonna stand in between them.
His eyes are black, like pools.
And throw her dagger at it.
as it bursts into a run towards you. Please make me a throw attack.
Advantage.
Of course.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
I don't know why all of my magic is hilariously expanded right now. Okay. And that's not the best. The dagger skitters off of its arm, cutting it, but it doesn't seem to care as it throws itself at Alienor, blade out, launching towards you. And we'll see if that attack lands next week.
What?
I'm going to wrap up with Reese and Kaiden quickly. But that's where we're going to leave you guys for this week.
Okay.
Ah! Okay. It's fine. It's all fine.
Okay. So I'm just going to grab the other two. Hey! So you two are, oh, sorry. The music's really... Don't worry about that. Just ignore that music. You didn't hear that. This music's been playing the whole time. You get back to the inn. There is a bed waiting for you. You can rest up with Kaiden, and the next day you can begin sorting out, you know, training and stuff. And there's absolutely no cliffhanger for you guys. That's where we're going to leave you this week.
Okay, we don't see the rest of everybody else?
No, they're still off at the councilors. I'm afraid. No cliffhangers. That's a good thing. You're having a nice peaceful ending. You can stop looking so suspicious. A happy ending to the episode. You two are making friends. It's good.
Is friends the word you would use? Because I just did a lot of yelling.
Yeah, that's what friends do.
Yell at each other?
They don't believe me at all. You're right, chap. You're right. Let's get everyone back in and wrap up this thing. Everyone do the dance. Do the hype dance.
Hi Sam, how's it going? How we feeling?
So,
Apparently no cliffhangers.
Yeah, no, Reese and
No.
Kaiden have had a lovely episode. They're fine. Also, Eris, Cashel, and Alienor had a wonderful episode. They're fine. Ignore that music I accidentally left playing just seconds ago. We have credits to outro with, and we will do that. But before we do that, thank you so much, everyone, today for all of the hype that has come our way. It has been ridiculous. A level 5 hype train to begin with, followed by, preceded by a ridiculous amount of money in donations. I haven't actually gone and looked at it, but I can see my goal for January has gone up a significant amount. Thank you very much for that.
Hype.
And also thank you for all of the raids and all of you who've stuck around after the raids. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's gonna get real spicy. If you're new here, if it's your first time, please check out our social links. Go and check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Come and be a part of the community. We'll look after you. We'll get you a game. And if you want to catch up, you can head over to the YouTube and you can catch up as well. Also, check out our sponsors. We are sponsored by Hero Forge. It's going to be big news from them tomorrow. Big news, so keep an eye out for that. Hero Forge launching a new Kickstarter with color printing. So it's going to be huge. Hero Forge 2.0. It's going to be huge. Also, check out our other sponsors, Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press created the Dark Matter expansion for 5e, which is currently not in this room. It allows space play. Play in space, 5e. It's a great expansion. It's got classes, backgrounds, races, ships, ship combat, equipment, blasters, spell lists. It's huge. It's a great bit of content. And if you use our special code, you can get a discount of 15%. Mackenzie has a copy. Thank you, Mackenzie. Also, check out the Deck of Many. We've been drawing from the Deck of Many to inflict fun on our victim friends today. Oh, look, I finally drew the star. I didn't draw the star for any of you, but I draw it naturally.
I'm not
Look,
salty.
I'm very
I don't know
happy
what you're
with the cards
talking
I
about.
got. No. This is fun. I like this game. Let's do this more.
I'm so
Working-
sorry, Mac. I'm so sorry.
Working in these cards has been so hard. For those of you who didn't hear the whispers, essentially, Mac got all of the worst cards, and Reese got really lovely ones, except for one.
Oh, it was bad. I feel so bad.
We are going to get out of here, everyone. We're going to go on a raid, so come with us. Bring our raid cry of Let's Evoke Emotions. And please do check out the credits. All of these people do wonderful things. Please take the time to go and check out their content. You will not regret it. Until next time, keep on evoking emotions, and we'll see you later on. Bye.
Bye.